Hello trail travelers, it is Carrie and Katerina, and we are getting ready to start Peru Creek. Now Peru Creek heads off in this direction, and somebody who lives around here once told me they call it Pothole Creek because it's just a road full of potholes out here. Subarus, everything can go on Peru Creek. It's very easy, but we're using Peru Creek today because it's a great jumping off point to other trails. We're going to see Warden Gulch, we're going to see Cinnamon Gulch, and we're going to see Chihuahua Gulch. So it's going to be a fun day of hitting side trails off of Peru Creek. We are aired down, we're ready to go. Let's go hit the trail. We are leaving the parking lot here and heading up Peru Creek. We've got our Trails Off-Road app running, so we see where everything is, and we're just gonna kind of take it easy. You know, we've been in this area around Montezuma many times, and usually on the other side where we would go to Webster Pass, Red Cone, Deer Creek, you know, some of those other locations in this area. So this is the first time we've actually are going to go Peru Creek. So hopefully this should be fun and something new today. And also something for, you know, more people today, since Peru Creek is a very, very easy trail. This is going to be one that beginners can go on. People that don't have Jeeps, just have some high clearance vehicles like Subarus, RAV4s, 4Runners, all those types of things can easily go on this road. At the 1.3 mile mark, which is right about here, there used to be the Maid of Orleans mine, and unfortunately there really isn't much of anything left anymore. A big storm in 2018-2019 created an avalanche that completely took out the remains of the mine. So unfortunately, nothing to stop and see there anymore. But we're going to continue on and hopefully see some other good highlights along this trail. As you can see, the road is very easy to take. We see tons of Subarus and vehicles out here. Now during the winter, the gate is closed, but you can still get through it and do hiking or snowshoeing. But really, this is the time of year to come out to Peru Creek because these fall colors are amazing. Okay, off to our right there, we can see Cinnamon Gulch area. We are going to hit that later on. We're gonna continue on up here to the end of Peru Creek, where we're gonna see some other stuff. So Cinnamon Gulch is gonna be on our right. We're gonna stay to the left here at this fork. But like I said, on our way back, we will hit Cinnamon Gulch and see what that's all about as well, because we like seeing those old mines. At the end of the road here, you'll see this parking lot on the left-hand side. It's a great place to turn around and start heading back, park, go for a hike, or get your mountain biking gear out and go for a ride. At the very end of the trail is the Anderson Tunnel Mine, and you can see there is a gate across the road. Now, at one point, you used to be able to drive all the way to Argentine Pass, but it's now closed to motor vehicles. But you can hike or mountain bike all the way to the top of Argentine Pass. So that's got to be one amazing ride or hike if you're into that. For us, we're going to get turned around. We're going to take a few more moments to take in the site of this mine here, and then we're going to head back down and see some of the other sites along Peru Creek. As we come back, we'll get to the fork here. That's going to take us over to Pennsylvania and Callow Mines. And this is going to be called Cinnamon Gulch. So we'll make a sharp hairpin turn here and get turned around and head down Cinnamon Gulch. Now the first mine that you're going to come up to is the Calo Mine. Now we skipped it here at the beginning because there were a ton of people there. But trust me, we're going to come back to it. We're at this intersection here that goes up to the right or off to the left. Now 2 years ago, this gate was locked and it's not locked today. So we're not really sure why, but it's not locked. And this is going to take us to the upper part of the Pennsylvania mine, and going to the right will continue us on Cinnamon Gulch to some other mines. So we're going to start off by going to Pennsylvania mine over here, and I'm looking forward to this. There's supposed to be some pretty good ruins up here. Oh yeah, there is. Right in front of us. Look at this coming up. Yeah, that's a pretty cool old mine right there. You can see the top where the rail came in. That's long gone. We're driving on all these tailings here. Oh, and that's really the end of it, I think. So you get to the top, and that's it. There's a big spot to turn around or park if you want to go do a little land exploring. Okay, well that was definitely worth the little detour, wouldn't you say?
Of course.
So we'll head back down to that Y intersection and we'll head up to the left from there. And we'll see where that takes us. Okay, so we're gonna make a left up here, get back on the main Cinnamon Gulch trail. And there may even be some side trails on here. Either way, we're just having a great day. It's 60 degrees out here. Yep, and there's a side trail off to our left. That's where that rock type building was. So maybe we'll investigate that on the way down. But this just seems like a fun area for beginner off-roaders, or you know, you want just some scenic views, or you like the historical mine type stuff. This whole area is just worth coming out and spending a few hours at. The part of the section of the trail was closed, but now we've come up to this intersection here, and we can, I barely even saw it because the ground matches the plants here. So we'll get turned onto this. What?
Don't stuck there. It's dirt.
Okay, so yeah, you have to make this little detour around, and this puts us back on the trail. There had to be a way because we see other vehicles up ahead. And we'll continue on. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. The other trail that we were on just a moment ago goes up further as well. So it's just kind of hard to say sometimes what's the best course of action, but we're just gonna play it by ear, see where we end up. But right now we are back on Cinnamon Gulch. Okay, looks like we may be coming up on the end of the trail here in just a moment. But I mean, you can see from the vehicles that are up here, we got some little Ford Escape made it up here without too much problem. And we'll just...
There is no road anymore.
Work our way up a little bit further and see where we can make it to. Well, this is the end of the line here. These are the tailings of the Silver Spoon Mine. So we're just going to get ourselves turned around here and head back down to some of the other spots along the trail.
Do you see where you're going?
Yeah.
Because you will be chilled right now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That was the end of Cinnamon Gulch. Beautiful little drive up here. Ending at the Silver Spoon Mine tailings, where you're going to want to turn around right before you get up there, because it's really tricky to turn around if you go too far. So now we're going to head down a little bit and maybe see if there's some other little side trail that we want to go find or check out, see what's there. There's obviously a ton of mine stuff around this area, so it does seem like there's probably more to see if we continue to scout around. We're back to the intersection that we were at, and I think I'm going to try going up a little further and seeing. I mean, it might dead end in a few feet. It might take us to something really cool. But our Trails Off-Road guide doesn't mention anything over here. So, not really sure what we're going to find. Maybe some cool ruins, maybe just rocks. But either way, it's a beautiful day for a drive, so we're just going to take advantage of it and drive around. And looks like we may have come up to the end of it. That may be it right there. Yep, it is. Just some old ruins up here. But yeah, I think we're gonna I'll get ourselves turned around here in case anyone else comes in, and this looks like a great place to stop and have some lunch, because look at this view. Pretty amazing. Hey, we're working our way down Cinnamon Gulch, and remember, as we were coming up, there was another little side road that went off to the right, and when we were checking out the one mine, there were side-by-sides or ATVs or something that were on that road. So I think it goes a little further than this last one that really just didn't go anywhere, but we'll find out, and we'll get a closer look at that little rock building and see what that's all about too. What I did see when I was flying the drone around was that it was covered in graffiti, and that is just so uncool. You know, this is historical stuff that no one should be spray painting anything out here, and I just can't believe people are so willing to ruin stuff like that. But we'll keep cruising ahead. Oh, actually it's right here. So we're going to make a right here and go on up the trail. Okay, here's that little building that I saw earlier. We'll get a nice close-up view of this. These little rock walls here. Just kind of cool. Makes you wonder what that was all about and what it was used for in the past. But we're just going to go ahead and cruise up here and see what else we find. What have we done? We have found ourselves on a little shelf road. It's plenty wide, so doesn't seem too sketchy, but we are going to have this switch back here, which some people might not enjoy. And now it's all better because the cliff side is on Katarina's side instead of the driver's side. And I'm sure those rocks right there would stop us from going over the edge. But it looks like there's some little maybe piece of equipment right there. Oh, this looks like the end of it. So didn't go much further, but some kind of winch or something there. Now we're just working our way back down again from that last stop. And here we have that big switchback. I'm going to take it a lot wider this time so we don't get quite as crazy tippy on it. And now maybe what you couldn't see when we were coming in is it's got this nice big drop off right here that if you weren't paying attention, that could probably get you but nothing crazy on here. But I did, not that you need to, okay, but I went ahead and dropped into 4 low so I could use manual 1 and 2 to do the descents on here, because I was just on my brakes quite a bit. So now I can just control that descent a whole lot easier by using my manual 1 and 2 gears instead of relying on my brakes, making sure that they don't get hot, they don't overheat, and I don't have any problems. So dropping into a low gear is not a bad idea if it's going to save on your brakes. Now, the argument is often made, I'd rather replace $500 brakes than a $5,000 transmission. But your transmission was made for this. So brakes were not made to slow you down on big rocky hills. They will, but you're going to destroy them. So much better to use your transmission. It is designed to take this kind of work. So here we are back at this intersection, and now we're going to head down, and hopefully we're going to get down to that first mine when we came in and spend a little time there and really check it out. And this is the Callow Mine, located at 11,998 feet above sea level. Now, this was a big mine back in its day, with its primary commodity being gold, but it also produced copper, lead, silver, and zinc. There's not much of it left, but it is a great time to just walk around and see the old building here, but there's also a lot of things on the ground. So there's good walking paths. It's worth checking out and really taking your time to see this area in detail. Well, now we're going to head back out towards the beginning of Peru Creek, but before we get there, we're going to take one more detour, and we're going to go check out Chihuahua Gulch. Now, it's supposed to be kind of the harder of the trails, but we'll see when we get there. But so far, it's just been a remarkable day, and we can't wait to explore some more around this Peru Gulch area. Now we're going to turn right here at 763 and head up Chihuahua Gulch. Now, all Trails Off-Road lists this as a 3-4, so it's still not going to be difficult, but we're hoping for a little different type of terrain. We're on the other side of the gulch. Maybe we'll drive up through some aspen trees or something.
Supposed to be difficult.
Yeah, and it's
with some steep climb.
Look at this. Wow, we've definitely got a beautiful view right here. Nice little aspen grove. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this is a pretty rocky climb right here. These are some big rocks, some very sharp rocks. So you really are going to have to watch your lines through here, that you're not bottoming out. And if you're not aired down, you're going to have to be really careful that you don't go over something really sharp and end up puncturing a tire. All right, we're good. This will give you kind of a little example of some of the little rocks and boulders and climbs that are here on Chihuahua Gulch. There's a couple different lines you could take. I'm going to kind of go to the right, which will be just a a little hair more difficult. There we go. Yeah, we had just talked to some people and they turned around because they said it was too rocky for them. But of course, we're just going to keep blazing here and see what else we run up against. I kind of missed filming an intersection there that goes up, climbs up to the right, which is what it looks like you should be doing, or it goes off to the left and goes downhill. Well, the correct path according to Trails Off-Road is to go left and start heading downhill, which I see that we have a little stream crossing up ahead. That should be nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, nothing like a little stream crossing to make your day. Okay, we got past the water crossing and we head up to the right. And for the briefest of moments, we have clean tires. We've got this kind of a little rock garden here. So we'll take this nice and easy. Try and go through these rocks as best we can. Trying to look ahead here so I don't scrape on anything, and if I need some extra ground clearance, I'll get my tires up on top of one of the rocks, so I drive on the rocks instead of over the rocks so that I maximize my ground clearance and keep my diff from hitting other rocks. And now we have a little rocky descent here, so I'm just gonna have it in like manual 2. I'm still in 4 low, and the Jeep's basically just going to crawl right over these rocks. So it's not going to go too fast, it's not going to be going too slow, but it's just going to ease itself over those rocks like that and make it real easy going down that. And it looks like we have another little water crossing here. This one's kind of nice because it comes down from a little higher, so we got this tiny little waterfall right here, and you can hear it go down on the rocks on the passenger side. So just kind of a fun little spot. Yeah, gotta love that sound of running water like that. It's always pretty cool. Okay, looks like we have maybe a long water crossing here. Oh, it's not too long. But water crossings are always fun. Gotta love them. Well, and it looks like we are coming up on the end of Chihuahua Gulch. Now, I'd say this was a pretty cool trail here. I kind of liked it, just because it was a little more difficult. There we go. There's some signage for the Chihuahua Trail hiking trailhead. So that's it. You want to go hiking from here? You absolutely can. But for us, it's time to turn around and head out of here. So Katerina and I were discussing today's adventure out here near Peru Gulch, and the consensus between both of us is there wasn't one trail that we liked better than the other. The other trails, they're definitely easier, but you have all that historic relevance. You have all those mines. You have some really cool stuff. You're up on the kind of the sides of the mountains, and you're seeing more of the aspen trees. Chihuahua Gulch is definitely harder. You know, it's a step up in difficulty, which I think is underrated on trails off-road. I think this should be somewhere between a 4 and a 5, maybe. 5 might be pushing it a little bit, but you know, definitely a 4. I wouldn't bring our Subaru through here. It's way too rocky. I'm definitely going to scrape if I did that. So you want high ground clearance. Jeeps, 4Runners, you know, those types of things aren't going to have any problems through here. But if you want just to make a really well-rounded day,
you can bring a boat here.
Do all of them. But Chihuahua Gulch has definitely been fun, just because there's more obstacles and water crossings, and you know, it's a higher level of difficulty with a lower level of scenic, I would say. Is that fair?
Lower?
Well, it's lower than the others because they have the mines.
Different.
It is different. Yeah, they're all awesome. This is a fantastic place. I wish I'd been here before. How's that? Now, one thing about Chihuahua Gulch, which, as you kind of saw back there a little bit, is there really aren't any places to pull over and make room for someone else. There's very, very few spots. And, you know, if you're trying to totally stay on the trail, it's damn near impossible to let anybody by. So you're just gonna have to keep track in your mind of where the last spot was if you're the one that needs to back up, or find some you know, work it out is what I'm saying. But there is very little passing room on here. We're at an intersection here, and we are pretty sure that we're going to turn right. Although I would love to turn left and just keep exploring through here. This is fun. Really nice area. It is 11,100 feet. So there is not going to be much of an opportunity to come back this year. It's going to get hit with snow. It's going to get hit hard. It's going to get shut down early. And that will be the end of Peru Gulch until springtime. So I think this was a good choice coming here today, picking a more of a higher altitude trail and seeing what it was like. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, very beautiful day. Look how beautiful around.
There's another great angle of this view here. Very pretty looking out over this meadow. Gotta love Colorado. All these trails are just amazing. And they're different. It's not the same thing every time. You can go to so many different places and see so many different types of things. But today it was certainly cool with all the old mines. I love that. It's just really sad when you just see all the graffiti that's on them. That's just uncalled for. But aside from that, what a day. Well, we've come out of Chihuahua Gulch and back onto Peru Creek, and we're heading out towards the main parking lot area. But what a day. And as we continue, look at this view, look at these amazing fall colors. We saw them coming in. Now we get to see them again on the way out. And I think I'm going to stop and get some more drone footage.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave so pretty with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life. I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Thank you for joining us today as we went down Peru Gulch. I'm trying to think of it. Peru Gulch, and we hit up some of those side trails today. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed all of them. I love the old historic sites, the mines, all that good stuff. Even though those were really easy trails, I still really enjoy that stuff. And then we did Chihuahua Gulch, which didn't have any of the mine stuff, but it was a lot funner and a lot more challenging of a trail. So Peru Gulch offers a lot for everybody. It's not hardcore, it is fairly easy. So if you're a beginner off-roader, great place to go get your chomps wet. Start it off on some of the other trails, work your way up to Chihuahua Gulch, have some fun, and just enjoy it. It's a great day, and you can spend all day here. We did. It's now 4 o'clock, and we're just heading out, but it is gorgeous, a lot of fun, but it's probably going to close during the winter. If I recall, the gate closes once the winter hits, so that's something to think about. But it is a great summer trail. So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Kerry with Trail Traveler. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Be safe out there. We'll catch you on the trail. Bye-bye.